feel alive and renewed. Been waiting so long just to get in the mood. I've been waiting for days, searched all kind of ways just to do what I do. I feel alive and renewed.
Holy shit, it's those motherfucking Lab Boys. Yeah, this is episode 25.
Damn, this is the last episode of the season, baby.
This is the last episode of the season. Before we even get into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Why are your hands in my face, dog? I just want to.
You know what they say about big hands, right?
Big socks.
Big penis.
What'd I say?
What'd I say?
I came up quick.
So we talked about this before we started recording. Like, what can we not talk about? And like, Dick came up and was like, "That's not gonna come up." And then, so thank you for that, Sean. So
Winner.
This is episode 25.
I hate to be typecasted.
We just want to thank you guys so much. Those of you that have been watching since episode 1, we have come a long, long way. We're gonna take a 2-week break and come back for season 2. I'm really excited for season 2. Sean, what can they expect from season 2?
Just a whole lot of different things. Because right now we just doing, we not to say this isn't cool. This is cool.
It's litanies.
I don't want to give too much, but we gonna add a lot of different levels to this whole thing. A lot of different concepts.
We're gonna go way left. We're gonna go way right.
Way left. Basically.
So definitely tune in for motherfucking season 2. My name is Alwa Gordon. I rep that 88 over everything. That's that 88OE for short, baby. I'm here with my boy
Casper Cation.
Hey, Casanova K. I'm also here with
Emmanuel.
Hey,
Y'all already know.
That's your name.
That's your name? His name is Emmanuel Diaz, the ladies man. You guys may know him from the other shows where we called him a ladies man. I'm also here with special guest
Sandra J, what up, y'all?
Hey, Sandra in the building.
Hey, really excited to have you on. Thank you
guys.
so much.
Appreciate
For those of you guys who don't know, Sandra J is an amazing musician. And it's really dope. Before we get into our normal shenanigans, why don't you tell the people how you got started with music?
Singing, dude. That's how it got me. Just love singing to that R&B, that soul, that funk. When I was young, my brothers. I grew up in New York. I love listening to that classic hip hop, classic rap, classic R&B and shit. And just like it infected my soul. I love singing those hooks. I love throwing those bars. It expanded and turned into a love and just a deep-rooted connection to hip-hop music, so that's where it is. That's where it comes from.
So to be clear, are you a rapper or a singer?
I am both. I try
Trying to come for it. She's ready.
You gotta get a little bit of that both, that sweet, soulful sort, like that voice coming in, interweaving in those raps, those heavy raw bars. You gotta have a little bit of that.
Well, it's rare to find a girl to be singing and be on the hip hop shit at the same time.
Super dope.
Thank you. Trying to change the game up a little bit.
Hey, that shit is dope. Make sure you guys stick around to the end of the podcast. You're gonna perform a snippet or like a.
I'm gonna perform a little snippet from you guys.
Hey,
there we go.
One of his tracks.
Hey, I produced it. That's super dope.
Damn, are y'all ready for it?
Hey.
Are y'all ready for it?
I don't think they're ready for it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into our topics, I'm just gonna do some quick recaps and some shout outs. First of all, Raise the Roof. Everybody that showed up came out. That shit was super dope. Sean, keep putting your hands in my face.
My bad. I got big hands. You know what they say about big hands? Big penis.
Here we go again.
Oh, I said that twice?
Oh, sorry. Anyways,
You don't need to prove it by the way. You keep talking about it.
Who's calling the house?
So everybody that came to Raise the Roof, thank you guys so much. It was a really, really dope event. Also coming up, if you didn't know, Summer Nights 2. Oh man! Oh my God! Hey, Summer Nights 2. For those of you guys that don't know, that is August 24th. That is on Friday at the Blue Lagoon. It's with me, Robbie, Khan, J1, New Fame. Really dope. 2 female MCs. They're a duo. They hail from Vietnam. Also, my boy E-Man D.
That's crazy. So your first solo set, right?
His first solo set.
Basically, I'm nervous, man.
So I really hope you guys come out. It's going to be a really, really dope night. Actually, you know what? Before we jump into our topics, we took a poll. For those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, you know when I drop the podcast, I normally upload a poll with one of our topics. Last week's poll was, is it cheating to think about someone else while you're sleeping with your boyfriend or girlfriend. So I put the poll on. 19 people voted. It was 53% to 47%.
Oh, we have a middle.
Yo. So 9 people voted yeah that it is cheating. 10 people voted no. Out of the 9 people, it was mostly chicks. So most of
the 10 people voted.
they said it's not cheating.
So I would have
Word? I would have thought it'd be like way off the other way.
Yeah.
But most of the
Yeah.
girls said yeah it's cheating, and the dudes were like nah, man, it's cool.
Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, you right.
You weren't here for that.
Alright, I
Any idea on that?
I wasn't.
Are you clear to the question?
Yeah, I got it. I mean, shit, all sorts of things run through your head when you're getting down.
That's right. That's right. Dude. That's right.
That's hip hop, baby. That's hip hop, baby.
All sorts of shit. Like,
Yeah, cool.
I had one of my homies tell me that you know, to make it last a little longer, he started thinking about shit in the room, like, oh shit, table, chair, like, wait. Start thinking about.
I've definitely thought about a chair.
That is a good answer. That is a
Chairs are dope.
mature ass answer.
Chairs are sick.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. Once again, thank you so much. We're gonna get right to this.
Hey.
Sean, when does the podcast start?
Dude, right now.
Let's
I
go.
was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah.
You always do-
Yeah.
you always do that.
Podcast starts right now.
So, Casanova K, what do you got for us?
What's up, man? All right, so you want me going a little light or a little hard?
Let's just going hard, man.
Let's go
Like,
hard.
just fuck
All
it.
right.
Go in.
All right, we going
no holds
in
barred.
true love boys fashion.
Oh,
let's go. All right.
Here we go.
Do you guys think it's possible to love 2 people at the same time?
Of course.
Damn.
Yeah, of course it is.
You think it is possible? Explain that, man. Explain that.
You can love 2 people at the same time.
You think it's
You're
possible?
talking about romance?
Yeah, you think you can be in
I love everybody.
You could be in, shut up, man.
Come on.
You could be in love
Yeah.
with 2 people at the same exact time.
Yeah, dude, your hands are all over my face.
Sorry, man. Go ahead.
It's all good, man. I love you.
Go ahead.
I love you, dog.
Sorry, you don't love me.
I do, man.
You don't love me.
I love you
But
and
love
somebody
2 people
else.
at the same- Oh.
So I think I think it's easy to love 2 people at the same time. I mean, is it the right thing to do? It just depends on the situation. Like you have people that are in open relationships, right? Or like people that are I don't know what's the name for that when you're with multiple partners?
Polygamous.
Yeah, polygamous. There's people that have like 2 or 3, 4 different 5 wives. So yeah.
Do you think you can be equally in love with 2 people at the same time?
Are you ever equally in love with anybody though?
No, you're right. What do you? Okay, so
I can't
25,
top that.
baby.
I can't top that.
what? Well, no, so
You can't top that.
what?
No, yeah, dude. Nah, I don't think. I mean,
You think you can be? In love
I think
with
it
2
could
people at the same time?
it could happen. I don't think it's right. You know,
Or,
Damn, dude.
I don't know.
That sounds,
I didn't ask
it sounds like
that.
there's something more there, dude. Wow.
it sounds deep.
So, yeah, bro.
What happened? What happened?
what's
It's
up?
not. It's not right. Come on, man. Especially, I mean, if it's like that though, if like the 2
I didn't
partners
ask
are
him to-
aware.
There's an agreement. Yeah, there's an agreement
Yeah, if
on
it's like,
each
yeah.
side. You know what I'm saying? All right.
All right. Well, what do you think? What do you think?
I definitely think that you can feel the same amount of love for different people.
In love. I'm talking about like romance. Shit.
Sure,
Let's-
sure. I don't think that you can devote yourself to 2 people fully, though. You know what I mean?
Ooh, good point. I like the way you
there's
mind
that
it.
love and there's that devotion kind of a thing. Like if you want to split yourself up, like you got 100% of you want to give 50% of yourself to one and 50% of another, but you can't ever be more than 100%. So
I think that's definitely true. But do you think, feelings-wise, just internally, do you think you can have the same amount of love for 2 people?
I don't know, dude. I've been with my boy for 10 years.
You been thinking about somebody else?
Shout out. His dad pretty good looking. I ain't
Oh! Yo, daddy's got biceps.
Shots fired.
Oh, you got big shoes?
Yo, Corey, we love you, man.
Yeah. No, okay, well, I know, a little different. Can you stop yourself from falling in love with someone?
Ooh, no. The answer is no.
You can't.
You can't.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, elaborate.
You can't. I mean, okay, so like, you know how people will say you can't control who you love? Like, yeah, you can control who you spend your time with, right? But if you spend time with someone, like you can't control not falling in love with someone. If they have qualities that you look for, like
Yeah, but therefore
can't.
you can stop yourself from falling in love.
But if
because-
you're in love with someone already, like those
That's
feelings
what
don't-
I mean.
No, those feelings don't come up.
What if that person is taken and like you just
Ooh.
know that like it's not gonna happen, but you just love them. There's
Yeah, definitely. You can fall in love
it's
with
just
somebody
about
that's taken.
it's just about how much you allow yourself to think about. Like, you know what I'm saying, dude? If you have that seed inside and you're like, dude, I love this person, and you constantly think about that person, it's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing and growing. Doesn't matter if they're taken or not.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I think.
Hey, what do you think? Can you love two people at the same time?
I don't think so, man.
Damn.
I don't think so, man. Like I don't like if you truly love one.
So
And this is just my opinion, right? I know. For the first question, I was gonna
so
tell you.
deep.
If you if you are invested in one person, you love one person, and you're rocking with that person, I don't see yourself having the same feelings for somebody else. I just don't see it happening. But
It cancels out, right?
it doesn't work. It's just not. It's not genuine. I think you can be infatuated. I think that, and I think you can love someone, but just being in love with two people, I think that in love feeling is something that you hold for one person. But that's just
Also, that shit's exhausting. I don't think you can do it with two people. Like,
it's
you're always
crazy.
thinking about
You probably get
them,
tired
on
real
your
quick.
mind.
You probably going to bed by like 8:30.
Yeah, no.
At least
8:30 p.m.
At least 8:30.
8:30 p.m.
Yeah, motherfucking fire topic from Casanova
You got
K.
rest.
Hey,
So I got a question, and I'm really happy that you're here.
You have a question because it's a podcast.
Because I want to get your opinion on it. How do you feel that women in hip hop are represented?
Ooh, dope. That's my topic. So I mean, I think that they're coming up hard right now, and and they are definitely mixing it up a little bit. It's hard for females to like break out in the entertainment world without being like overly sexualized, you know,
Okay.
and like in hip hop, just like that topic comes up so often, like in the content of the music. So it influences us to approach it that way even more. So I feel like a lot of these women are like taking the chances and stepping out of that box, you know, and try to create a new kind of culture and a new stigma around what it is to be like a female MC and shit.
Right now, do you think the girls that are not taking that approach, as far as being overly sexual, do you think those rappers are getting the credit they deserve?
Yes and no, but I think that hypersexualization kind of overshadows the fact that they're as dope as they are. Like, I mean, Nicki Minaj is fire.
She's actually fire.
She's
like,
fire, you know. But
You can rap better than this guy.
She got more credibility for being risque and for being as sexual as she was, you know. And the fact that she is talking about, you know, this kind of like topic of female sexual liberation, that's dope. We want those topics to be more, you know, to be more in the spotlight. But she definitely did get more credibility for her sex idol kind of symbol.
I think at first, yeah, but I think at this point, I think Nicki Minaj definitely has props for her actual bars,
right?
And she, you know, she's made it a point to tell everyone that she actually writes all of her shit. And I think now she has the credit for both. But I think it definitely did. It was a long road for her.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a lot to step out of that stigma.
Kind of reminds me of something. I was listening to Young M.A. and then someone asked me, they were like, Young M.A.'s dope. And someone asked me, was like, do you think she'd be bigger if she was a dude? Like if she was a guy, would she have been more popular?
I want to say no. In her case, I think it worked in her favor.
That she was,
because she has a look that I don't want to. I want to say not a lot of women in the spotlight have. She has that look, and it worked in her favor that she had dope ass bars, and she wasn't just like I don't know, like a dude. Like I could hear a dude rapping those bars. That's like a dime a dozen.
Oh, so you don't think she'd be bigger if she was a dude?
No.
Okay.
I think in that case, yeah. But dude, so here's the other question, and I thought of this the other day, but for rappers and like hip hop community or whatever as a whole, normally you see in music videos there's like girls in lingerie, right? What do you guys think about women hip hop artists that use those same techniques and have other women in lingerie for their video shoots?
Other women?
Yeah, I saw this actually. I don't know the name of the artist.
I thought you were going like other dudes.
No,
like
no,
in
no.
boxer briefs or something, you know? Like,
I mean that's chill too, bro. Wherever you take it, bro. Whatever you want to see, bro.
Hanes is a good brand. Hanes is a good brand.
You would think that would be the equivalent, that they would be some sexy ass dudes in Calvin Klein just like walking around.
But do you think that they're contributing to the sexualization of women then, or do you think that's just like that's just what people do?
Sex sells.
Sex sells number one, I think, is the very first thing.
Well, I think they're just owning it though too. At the same time, I think women are just owning the fact that they're overly sexual, but I think they also want to show that they're more than that too. So I think it's dope. I think they're just owning shit.
All right.
Ema, what do you think?
Like I said, sex sells. Well, I mean, go for it, man. If you think it's gonna sell, it's gonna make more people watch your video.
Well, what do you? what do you think about it though? Like, because
So I wasn't really like, I didn't really know what to think. I was like, on one hand, like, yeah, I mean, this looks like a standard rap music video, right? You know, there's chicks in lingerie, they're throwing out cash, they're like all drug dealers, right? Like that's standard,
Okay.
right? It's a standard music video.
All my
Drug dealers,
friends are like that for sure.
yeah, but then on the other hand, it's like, but then these are also women, and it's like, are they thinking about those choices consciously? So I don't know, man. I really don't know. I can't speak for the artist.
And then another thing is, did they put the video together themselves?
Probably. I want to say yeah.
Like, you think so?
I want to say the people that I'm referencing, and I don't know their names, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
well, one question also before we leave this topic is,
Get it.
why do you? Because
Get it.
back in the day, right? It was
Get
only
it.
Lil Kim. Like there wasn't a lot of female artists, right? And nowadays you see more and more female artists.
Right.
Why do you think it's been so hard for? Because I feel like hip hop has always been like, dude, we only have space for one
boys
or
club?
two
Right.
female artists.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's been that way?
Shit.
Oh, stumped!
I don't know.
Stumped, baby.
I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I might. But I don't feel like they were out there. Like I feel like nowadays it's like,
Now they were. There's always Queen Latifah.
no, well, she got big though.
Right, but I'm saying.
No,
Oh, no, I
come on.
No, I'm sorry, dog. No.
I'm taking shots at
Rose.
Oh, my bad. That's not what I meant.
I've been taking shots at Queen
I'm
Latifah.
sorry. That's not what I meant.
You're my girl.
No, she lost a lot of weight. She's looking hot, dog. She's looking hot.
fine.
Yo, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Hell yeah.
That's
Great.
on.
dude. So I think that they were always there.
Yeah?
I
I
think
don't know.
I don't know the answer. Dude, this is a really good question. We should probably like research it. But I think it's always been a boys' club. I think a lot of the fans originally have been dudes, and not too many dudes are receptive to listening to other people's perception. Right? Like if you rap about something, I can relate to it, right? I'm like, oh, there's another dude, like, oh, he's doing dude stuff.
And because it's been a dude.
But then there's this barrier where, for whatever reason, we're not able to listen to maybe a woman's story and relate to it. Like, we can't relate to everything, but there's things like love, loss, like, you know, generic topics, grief, happiness that we can relate to. But for some reason, there's this barrier. I don't know why, man. I really don't know why.
But I could tell you that's how I felt too. But as soon as I heard Nicki Minaj's songs, I actually did. I did respect the
Nicki
bars.
did it for you?
Nicki did it. I always said I want to take her out to Chinese food. Like I always felt that way. Lunch special, Guangzhou
Nikki did it?
on Portola.
Let's get that on a shirt. Nikki did it.
right.
You're not saying Nikki did it.
A huge part of that, though, real quick, is with that genre comes you have to be brave enough to step into it, and you have to have the type of encouragement to step into that shit. Females are not encouraged to be that abrasive and aggressive and in your face and loud. We aren't encouraged to kind
There's
of
more
have,
discouragement than
absolutely,
encouragement.
yeah, absolutely. When a dude kind of presents himself in that way, it's like, you know, it's respectful, it's admirable. When
And when a
a
girl
female
does
does it,
it,
it's
it's-
annoying.
yeah.
You know, you're like, bitch, stop nagging. Why are you talking so loud? Like,
Right.
so yeah, no, we get real deep on that
That's a
feministic
good
shit.
point.
Hell yeah.
But I won't, because I'll just get angry.
No, we are on the podcast.
I'll just get angry.
Don't take my shit.
No, we need to be encouraging young females to express themselves in that way, because I mean these are all human emotions that this is an outlet for, you know.
Yeah.
In the same way that the guys are encouraged to do it in this median, women should have the same opportunity and encouragement to do that same shit.
Emails?
Same support.
What's up?
That's
man?
kind of what I meant. Like back in the day, I feel like it was more of a discouragement. Nowadays, they're more encouraged to like, all right, you got it, let's do it, go, you know.
What do you think changed that?
Dude, we evolved, I guess. I don't
Culture
know,
changing in
dude. Yeah, the
general.
culture is just like,
Culture's
we're
just
more
changing in
open, I
general.
guess. It's, I don't know. People started speaking up. People started listening, and you know.
I mean, you know, and then we had, you know, Missy and Queen Latifah and Brat and fucking Lil
Eve.
Kim paved the
Oh,
way.
yeah,
You know,
What
these.
happened to Eve? The
I
tattoos.
love Eve.
I love me some Eve.
Gangsta love.
And Lauryn Hill.
Eve.
Lauryn
and
Hill.
Miss it. I was
Oh,
saving her.
Lauryn
I was
Hill,
saving her
though.
to the end
Lauryn Hill's
because
cool.
Lauryn Hill is what did it for me, because she
Lauryn
was the
Hill's
first.
sad.
She was the first one that I heard sing and rap.
And rap.
The
Yeah,
way-
she killed that shit.
She
What about
killed that
Foxy?
shit, so she is queen.
No?
Yeah.
Foxy Brown?
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't name one song.
I mean, couple
Can
with
you
Nas.
name one song?
Nas, wasn't she in The Message with Nas?
Was that her?
no.
That's not her?
That's not fun.
No, she did some songs with Diddy. What'd she do?
I thought I told you that. We won't stop.
Who's in that song? The message then?
Oh, you know, with a team much stronger than yours. Yes, that's the motherfucking topic. Make sure that you're encouraging everyone, men and women, to do whatever it is that they have an interest in. E-Man, what do you got next for these mother suckers?
Oh man, I got another love.
Another love topic?
I guess not. I mean,
Hey, man.
y'all decide. Yeah.
We all love.
Okay, a little
You can't
serious.
love two people at once.
Do we want to go love boys? I got a topic that's different. All right, do it.
No,
Do it.
we don't have to.
I mean,
Y'all cute. Y'all so cute.
We're tripling
Love
up.
topic.
boys.
We're just tripling up on these
No,
love
back in the
boys.
day, it was all about discouraging. Now we're about encouraging.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
man, come
I'm sorry.
on,
I'm
man.
sorry. My bad.
Encouraging, man.
My bad. Get it, Kim. What?
What?
Huh?
What?
I don't know.
What the hell? What's up, dog?
What's up?
It's E-Man, dog.
Oh,
They're
the
gonna
ladies,
confuse me,
man.
dog.
I thought he was Kimberly. What's up?
Okay, so there's a couple. They have a couple kids.
A couple and a couple.
They're not doing too well though.
The kids or the couple?
The couple.
What would you do?
Should they stay together because of the kids?
Nope.
Oh wait.
That was fast.
Okay, say it again. No. Say it again one more time. No, I want to answer.
They're having issues, right?
Uh-huh.
Should the couple stay together because of the kids? Should the kids
No.
be
Oh, hell
an
no.
excuse to stay with?
The kids are gonna be a punching bag.
Hell no.
At that point.
That's dysfunctional at its core.
No, hold on. Okay, so the couple. No, hold on.
Ah, it is.
The couple is having problems. Should they stay together because of the kids?
If the kids weren't there, they wouldn't be together.
Right.
Okay, I also think that you also have to evaluate your problems and see if you really do love this person, if it's something that you think that you guys can work out, then yes. But I don't think if you guys know that we're not a match, we're dysfunctional as fuck, then don't stay together for the kids.
Word, yeah.
I don't think you should have that option of running the other direction just because you guys have a problem. You guys should think to work it out. But yeah, if you guys are not working, then don't stay together for the kids. Because the kids are the kids are gonna be the ones that pay for it in the end.
Yeah.
I think.
All right.
What do y'all think?
I think the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think you just gotta have a longer fuse when it comes to. You can't throw in the towel that quick.
Oh.
Because you can't, because you made an investment and there's a responsibility that you kind of have to take care of. Not saying that you can't be two awesome parents apart from each
Right.
other, you know, but if you
Yeah.
can create an ideal situation and it just needs a little bit of work, fucking do that shit.
Hey, you know,
Awesome.
and I was like, dude, no, hold on. Like, there's a whole bunch of other cultures, right? They don't look at divorce as an option, right?
Nope, not mine.
And they're the happiest couples ever, right? Because dude, Will Smith said the same shit. And Will and Jada, dude, once you take divorce
Jada and now
off
we're
the
in love.
table, yeah, once you take divorce off the table, it changes the way you handle your problems.
So I got a quick question, not to segue off this. Do you think Will Smith cheated on Jada?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, he
The answer
did.
is yeah.
Yeah, he probably did.
What?
He did.
I'll just add it.
How dare you?
Have you guys never seen her talk or him talk about it?
Have y'all seen 7 Pounds in the Pursuit of Happiness? Do you think that guy would ever cheat on his wife?
Yeah. That's exactly the kind of guy that would cheat on his wife. Denzel Washington cheated on his wife.
No, that's
No,
not
but
facts.
cheat
Don't
on
Do you want me to
stop
show-
do
do you want me
that.
to show you the video?
Denzel, come on,
Do you want
please
me to show you the
forgive.
video? I'll show you the video where he
That's
admits it.
That's not fucking true.
There's a video where
No,
Denzel Washington
dude,
admits
come
His
on.
ears
This
bleeding right
is
now.
Lab
No.
Boys, not Fuck Denzel podcast. This is, come on, man. You don't know that's fact.
He says it on video.
No, he does not, and you guys
Denzel?
are blasting
I tell you what.
He literally admitted it.
If I show you the video, those glasses are mine.
Oh.
Six.
No, hold
Six.
on.
So yeah, bro. So
No,
okay, so
no,
let's
no.
let's scratch this for a second. But do you think Will Smith cheated? I say yes. They say yes.
What? Okay, what grounds do you have? Like, what do you think? What? And this is a good topic. I'm sure these people love to hear your
Why did
gossip.
Will Smith cheat?
I
This is breaking
got
his
you
heart,
right
dude.
there.
Yeah, it is.
No, because, dude, honestly,
Men with power and money fucking cheat. That's just
that
that's
is
just what-
horrible.
Sorry to break it to y'all. That's
And what about
it is.
Jada? She ever cheat?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
There we go. Swingers.
You guys are
I don't
pissing
think.
me off.
So here's what I'm gonna say, dude. I don't think that there's
Will-
swingers. I don't think that Will Smith is like a cheater that does it a lot. But when they've talked about the relationship,
No.
they say things that are very reminiscent of someone that's made mistakes. They say things like ups and downs when you realize that there's nothing a person
Wow.
can do that's going to make you
That is-
leave them.
no.
Things like that.
You're misconstruing everything they say. Jada said this in an interview, right? And I know because
I don't know why
fucking
this is
paid
hurting
attention.
you so
Hold
bad.
on. Jada said this is, and it
You
got
done got us
mistaken.
started
Hold
now,
on.
dog.
Jada said if Will can come home and look in the mirror after all he's done and say that he's been with another woman, then fine, let him do that. They took it as they're in an open relationship. she lets Will do anything they want.
So-
they took it out, and people like you believe it.
Let's chill for a second. Let's chill for a second, and let's just think. Simple question: Has Will Smith ever?
Okay, I got
I'm gonna hit him up right now.
Has he ever cheated on Jada?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna ask him right now.
What, does he say yes?
Did you get his
Hello,
voicemail?
is this Jada?
His voicemail always comes up.
Jaden?
Jaden?
Put your daddy on the phone.
So yeah, I'm not sure why Sean is so upset about Will Smith. He's got some really, dude. I didn't know you didn't know about Denzel.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
No, I'll show you the video.
Denzel is old as fuck.
No, I'll show
Who's
you
he cheating on people with?
I'll show you the video afterwards.
No,
Good
it's not.
Lord.
Okay, you know what? Okay,
That's fucked
Denzel, if you're watching, I apologize.
I'll show you the
For
video.
my friends.
You still fine.
Yeah.
He is fine.
Yeah. Good thing, dude. So I'm gonna. We got to get off this. Is there a topic you want to jump into?
Y'all stole my topic.
Oh, was that me? Okay, my bad.
Okay,
So here's my question, dude. And this is kind of just generic. I almost said generic. Kind of a general question. Could you date someone and wait to have sex until marriage? Could you date someone and wait to have sex until marriage?
It depends how much you like this person.
Are you saying
dog.
are you making it personal to us, or are you saying
She says, I'm not sleeping with you till we're married.
Or
he says,
work out?
Are you? I'm saying, would you do that?
Bro, yeah, I mean, it depends how much you like that person, dog. Like,
I'm gonna say no.
because you don't like that person that much. You actually just want that interaction and then peace out.
No.
But that,
I think
It would
can work.
be an indicator that person is not right for me.
I feel like that's what it is, dude. I feel like a lot of guys are like, nah, she ain't willing to give it up. I'm out.
And I think it's a good.
You know? And that same guy, if she were to give it up, he'd still
Bruh,
piece it
what's
anyway.
that mean about like a healthy relationship before marriage is like 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be cool with because you like the bitch that much that you're
no.
gonna wait 3-4 years without having a sexual
Hell yeah.
I don't think. Look, I don't, dude.
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, you
no,
can
but
live
I,
years.
no, but I honestly, okay. I also think that sex can fucking, if you're not going to with the right mindset, sex can ruin a lot of shit.
Exactly.
So if you have the discipline of fucking waiting until marriage and then doing it only when you're all married, I think that is healthy.
So my
for
question
a
was just
relationship.
like, can you do it? Like a yes or no? E-man?
Can I? Yeah, I feel like
3 to
I
4
think I
years?
could. I think
3
I
to
could.
4 years. Yeah,
Without
I can
sex?
do it. Yeah, I can do
I
it.
think I could.
Shit. Krishan?
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, I think that's.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Also, what type of like weird ass like purified girl you talking
Kind of Aquafina girl you got.
to? She's
Oh no, hold on. I got a beautiful girl. I got a beautiful girlfriend, and we have the best relationship. And just being real, like I think I could wait.
Yeah, me too. I don't think it's a hard. It's like I don't think it's that hard, bro.
Shit. Yeah, so it's a no for me, dog.
Me and I was like, that's a hard
You
no.
just slamming bitches all the time.
No, not even that. It's just that's not something that is like
Okay, but why though? Why though? So let's say the girl was fucking super special to you, right?
Right.
And like let's say that you have never fallen in love,
Right.
other than this girl, and then she's like, "Oh, if you want this cookie, you gonna wait till we get married." She don't have to be talking like that.
Right, I hope not.
If you want this cookie, you gonna be waiting till we get. No girl says cookie if they don't be giving it up.
Sierra does.
You don't want this cookie, you gonna be getting
I
married.
only
Okay, so you wouldn't wait if this girl is the girl that you love, the girl of your
If she was a girl in my
dreams.
dream, she would make me wait.
Oh,
Nah, man. What's
look at all this is hella cool. Hella cool.
I'm just saying, 3 to 4
Top
years.
Gun. Calm down.
Top Gun, what are you,
I'm
Tom
good.
Cruise?
I'm sorry, no, I can't.
Look at this Will Smith
The answer's no.
motherfucker, man.
Yeah, that's us motherfucking lab boys. I got a question for you sons of bitches. So,
How do you whistle so good?
just he's the whistler. So I saw this article. It's like a video article in Chicago.
Word.
So you guys know how they have like bait cars where people steal them?
Yeah.
The cops put them out,
You
right?
stole his topic?
Yeah, you're just thieving today.
You're
I
a
don't-
fucking
dude,
thief.
I'm not going through anybody's phones here.
No, you know what, dude?
So the question is, there's these bait trucks in Chicago,
Oh my god.
but there's, oh dude, I really don't know, dog. Pull it up, show me.
You out. You out of
No,
topic.
this is not important. Come on, guys. What do you...
Oh, where is it? Oh, right there. Bait trucks, bikes, and cars. And from Chicago. The
no.
ones with the Air Force ones.
Bait truck in Chicago with Nikes, man.
Yeah, exactly. The Air Force ones.
So,
Yeah, I just seen this
so for
today,
anybody
too.
that doesn't know about this, they are bait trucks in Chicago, and basically they have a van with Nikes
That's a big truck.
in them. A truck.
Just to get his word in.
What do you guys?
It's his topic
What do you
too.
guys think about that?
That shit infuriated the fuck out of me.
Okay,
Yeah.
you saw it?
Yeah.
It pissed me off.
Wait, what?
It pissed me off.
I don't know.
I thought it was old. All right,
Give
so
some
what
context.
happened was that these officers, pulled up Chicago, like the ghetto, parked the truck, and just waited. You know what bait truck or bait car is, right? Mm-hmm. So a bunch of people, were trying to come up or whatever, and then there was this one dude or two dudes, I don't know, that actually started documenting the truck, like started filming it and stuff, and then went and approached the people and were like, "Yo, what the hell? Like this is the ghetto. You're doing this at like in a poverty zone. Like of course people are gonna go
Primarily black neighborhood.
Exactly.
And it's Nikes.
that's
Like, come on,
It's
dude.
like, dude, yeah, and it is messed
it's
up.
literally
I think that's
like-
totally.
It's literally like you're
unacceptable.
catering your entrapment to the people that would, like black neighborhoods and poverty zones with things that
That they're gonna
are
want.
popular
Yeah.
amongst these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It's literally like you're catering crime to that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
they're
fucking horrible.
They've been doing that shit for decades.
That is, in more subtle
That-
ways,
that's
but this
some
is like
that's
this
some-
is like a
I
very
feel like that was
obvious way.
fucking way.
I feel like that was
to
crossing
show
the
that
line.
systematic bullshit.
But on the flip side of that, like when they do like the bait car or when they do like the
do the
bait
same,
bike
but
and
it's the
stuff,
same
I feel like that's a little more acceptable than the truck full of like shoes, like in the ghetto. I feel like it's cool to do that whole bait thing, I guess, but the way they did it was just They just.
I mean,
crossed the line.
so
I don't think it's cool to fish for crime.
that was my
feel
next
like
question.
that's
What are the
not cool,
ethics
but-
behind that?
I
Like,
feel like it. Man, what are the ethics, man? That's.
I mean, is that
unethical.
that-
It's
Because they
entirely
do the same thing
unethical.
like a prostitute, like a sting prostitute,
Right.
where they lure just unsuspecting men and ruin their whole fucking lives. Some
Exactly.
people are like that ain't
There's
that ain't
two
right.
sides to that. There's the person that's like, oh well, you shouldn't have been even thinking about stealing.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's your bad. Why are you even doing that? And then on the flip side is like, dude, you're putting temptation out there for
Right.
someone. It's like
Right.
it's
You're
someone
just
that's
making
in
your
need.
own
There's-
statistics.
there's
It's like what the guy said was kind of like, yo, people out here surviving, like they're just surviving day by day, and then you come and do something like this. That's just.
That's the
messed up.
implications of the whole act in itself. There's so much profiling going on. You picked this specific neighborhood for
Right.
a reason. You
And
picked this
Nikes?
Yeah,
demographic.
and then
Nikes,
the
come on,
thing-
dog.
Nikes.
Like,
Dude,
come on, dude.
There's so
Nikes,
much
bro.
profile
All the people
going
that are doing
on.
is they have their own agenda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you're creating your own statistics. Whatever statistics you want to boost. And
No, and they knew it was wrongful because they ended up apologizing. They knew it was.
They apologized because it came out.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah, they got caught.
They were sorry they got caught.
yeah, well, that's horrible. Okay, because all the media shit, you got to fucking. say
Like,
you're
who
sorry
the hell
and shit.
thought of that? And like, who was like, you know what? That's a
Who okayed that, right? Who was like,
great,
thumbs up,
that's a great idea.
stamped it, yep.
Dave, what do you think?
So you go
We're going to the Nike store.
Great job! Great job! Hey, get some Yeezys. We're on our way.
300 empty. There were empty boxes.
Oh,
There
wow.
were empty
There weren't
fucking
even
boxes.
Nikes.
There
No,
weren't even
empty
Nikes in
red
there.
No,
Skechers.
no.
Skechers.
You know how
LeBron's.
You know how mad you'd be if you robbed a Nike truck, you opened the shit, there was some Skechers in
Bunch
the
of
shit.
Currys. Bunch of
the
Currys.
fuck?
God damn it. Curry, no one wants your shit.
Fuck, dude.
So yeah,
Currys are lit though.
I think that's a really, really shitty move. I don't really know as far as ethics wise, but I will say just like all that combined
Not
and the
cool.
fact that
Yeah.
it's Nikes, that's just a shitty
The
deal.
location, the merch,
Shame
that's an
on you
obvious
guys.
way.
So
Chicago
yeah,
PD.
whoever was responsible for that, come to the podcast and talk to us, and we'll figure out why you guys fucked up.
Yeah, I got fucked up.
Krishan,
Got me all messed
we ain't
up.
gonna be cool about it.
Sean, you got something for these sons of suckers?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you got?
For all y'all sons of suckers out there,
Yo.
I want to talk about this shit. All right,
Go ahead.
that's cool. Let's get on some
Set
music.
the tone,
shit.
set
Let's
the
get
tone.
on
Set
music.
the
shit,
music
right?
shit, come
Look,
on,
all
let's do this.
So coming up, right? We all know what it takes to be a fucking dope MC. I'm dope.
Oh God, here we go.
Fire.
You're dope.
Shit.
You're dope.
I'm all
You're
right.
dope.
I'm all
No,
right.
Don't ever do that about yourself. Look, we're all dope, man. We all know what it takes. We all know it's fucking a hard road, right? What do you think is the most crucial part about being a dope MC, in your opinion? And I know it's gonna change like from person to
Persistence.
person. Persistence.
Yeah. Think about it, because like the level that we're at now, we weren't always there. And if we didn't persist and gave up a long time ago, you don't achieve that. Like, I'm still working to get better and stay better, right? So for me, the key to where I've gotten is persistence.
Well, no, I guess. Sorry, I mean that's dope.
Dope.
What I wanted to talk about.
What you meant to say was
what aspect of being an artist, I think, is the most important to you? Is it performing? Is it recording? Is it writing? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Those kind of aspects.
Man,
what is the most important to you?
You did not work
Two different
like
questions, my guy. So you're a dope writer, okay?
No, I'm dope at everything.
I think rebuttals are probably the most important, dude. No, I don't know, man. It's hard to say like this is the most important part because at each step of being an MC, there's things that are more important. When you're in the studio, it's more important to be a writer. When you're performing, it's more important to be a good performer. When you're talking, it's more important to be like a showman, right? But you asked the question, so what do you think?
So
bro?
no, well, what do you think you're the best at? What do you think? I'm asking you.
Oh, as far as like, well, so what are the categories?
Okay, so performing.
Okay.
Recording.
Okay.
Writing.
Okay.
What else is it?
and going out and getting your name out, like actually talking to people, like no, dude, come on, that's an important.
No, that's not a.
I feel like that's important for outreach.
I mean, you got like writing lyrics, and then you got beats, and you got two separate.
Well, no, but you don't have to necessarily be a
skills.
producer.
I just feel like, okay, you're
No,
a dope. You're
but some
fire,
people can make beats all day, can't write shit to it.
Like, yeah, you're a fire ass beat maker, you're a fire ass writer, but then you don't go out and show the people what you got.
So I think your question
I
is
feel like outreach is
out of those
Right,
three,
Out of those
Right,
three,
right.
Charlie, for an artist. Okay, go ahead. Help me out then, man. Shit.
Hey, reword this question.
okay. So,
Or no, but I also want to know, like, personally, what
do I
do you think
right
is
now, performer.
more important?
Because I've been doing a lot of that. I haven't been
Yeah, kill it.
haven't been in the studio.
Kills it.
Thank you so much. I haven't been in the studio as much. I mean, I still write. I haven't been recording as much. I've just been doing a lot of fucking events. So right now, performing is like where I'm doing it.
Dope.
E-Man, what about you, dog?
Dope.
You're an MC, a true MC.
I feel like that whole outreach, what I was talking about, is kind of the most important to me. I feel like maybe this is because
No,
that's
not what's most important. What are you like best at right now?
And then
what am
what
I
do you think
best
is important?
at?
Go ahead, man.
Just writing. I feel like I'm just because performing. I'm gonna perform for the first time. You know, like by
Show yourself, man. These people
Hey, no, man, it's the truth. Like I'm a good
This is a
writer.
loud voice, can't lie.
But I feel like I'm a good writer. Like
Okay,
beat,
yeah.
I can't make beats.
Yeah,
I
dude,
mean,
so-
I could probably, if I actually focus and put
So
some
for
time into
you,
it.
writing.
Writing.
Right? What about you?
I maybe others don't feel this way, but I think performing just because I have the most fun fucking doing that.
There we
You
go.
know what I mean? Like
And you're a
that-
damn good performer. I've seen you play.
Thank you. Yeah, that I like. There's. I'm good with like a crowd, so I can gauge off that reception. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not good alone, like by myself in a room, like trying to like harness this
yeah.
creative energy. People give that shit to me, so the more the crowd's lit, and the more like they're feeling my stuff, like that's really where I'm having I'm being
That's where it
my,
comes all together.
Yeah.
Dope. So performing,
Be my
writing,
best self.
performing. Sean, what about you?
Honestly, I hate to have the same answers as all y'all, but I think performing. I think I'm best at performing, and I also think that it's most crucial because while I'm really good at fucking writing and fucking recording, I also think when you're performing, that's when all that shit that you've done, all that hard work that you've done in the studio, when you're writing all that shit and recording, it all comes together, and you can prove, like, if you can't perform, but you're good at all those other things, this shit could be fucked. Like you've seen people's
It's not gonna
shows
come out.
where you know the person personally, and
they're good, right? They got good songs,
they got
but,
good
like, man,
songs, but the
they're not
way you're
presenting
performing, you're not presenting
nothing,
it well. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You're not grasping.
Exactly.
holding.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most crucial part. Like, and I think naturally I'm good at connecting with people and all that shit. So like, I honestly think that you need to have all that fucking.
Dope.
That's what you need to have.
I'm gonna give you guys a really fucking quick tip for anybody that is an artist and wants to work on the performance. The first thing you should do is
Quick tips with all.
Exactly. The first thing you should do is learn your song all the way through, be able to rap it all the way through without moving and without changing your tone. So when I say changing your tone, I mean running out of breath. When I say without moving, I mean standing still. Once you have that mastered, then you want to add on moving around and changing your tone with the energy. If you try to do both those at the same time and learn them, it's going to be very complicated. So yeah, that's the motherfucking game
Breath
right
control,
there.
yeah, breath control.
Yeah, they know what it is. E-Man, what do you got for these lab boys?
Dude, well, I got my topic stolen, So,
Just like those Nikes. It's all good.
I don't know, man.
I got a question for you
Oh, no,
guys.
I got. Since we're in the music, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna ask a quick question.
Just a little quickie. Just a little
Stay
quickie.
Dangerous or Astro World?
Who did Stay Dangerous?
YG.
I haven't listened to either.
Travis Scott.
I haven't listened to either.
I haven't listened to either. Oh, well, no, I listened to Stay Dangerous. Some of Stay Dangerous, but I can't compare it to.
So-
Astro World is dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I feel like YG is gonna be more the same. It's gonna be like YG music, like Bompton shit.
It's alright.
Yeah, but look,
But I feel like Astro World is
every
Yeah.
album that YG has put out has been successful, right?
Right.
So
I'm just saying he doesn't take leaps and bounds. Like you know what you're gonna get from YG. It's Bompton shit, you know.
well, shouldn't you be able to expect a certain quality from somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying he's not
Let's play
really
devil's
pushing the envelope of his own creativity.
I don't like that you're talking about YG like that.
Yeah. YG,
It's just more
Will
of the
Smith,
same.
Denzel.
It's just more of the same.
What
Not,
the
not that
fuck?
not that it's all the same, right? I don't think that it's all the same. I'm just saying it's nothing that made me go like, oh my god. And I haven't even heard the album. I'm just speaking from what other.
So you're literally talking shit about YG's album, and you haven't heard the album.
I said what I expect is that it's going to be more of the same, and then you jumped on it.
Dude, and YG is one of our biggest supporters. So I mean, let's see what
Thank
you
you,
guys
YG.
say.
Thank you, YG.
Appreciate
Shout out
that.
to Bompton. Have you heard any of the two?
I haven't heard those too.
Yeah, E-Man, you're probably the only one. So we're going to cap that.
Oh yeah.
No, were you going to say something about
No, well, I was gonna say, okay, well, I guess you have so many bad things to say about YG, right? He's just all bumped in. But what do you think about Nipsey?
Nipsey's dope?
Oh, here we go.
But Nipsey's dope. But
Nipsey's
you like
dope.
Nipsey, but you don't like YG.
I never said I didn't like YG. What I said is that I don't think, from what I've heard, he's pushing his own creativity forward. He can
do better,
He's
is
a,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying.
no. That's not what I'm saying at all. He's a great artist. He's fucking rich. He's successful. I'm not taking anything away from him. What I'm saying is, creatively, I don't see him creating anything new outside of what he already does well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know when I get this album, here's what's going to be on it. Whereas Drake, or maybe some of the other leading artists, Kanye West is not a good example, but Kanye West has the ability to push the envelope. One album doesn't sound like the other album. YG, if you listen to his albums, okay, this is YG. Okay, this is YG. Okay, this is YG. That's all I'm saying, man. Take nothing away from him. Shout out to YG. I love Bompton.
Yeah, and you know he's watching.
I'm not. Yeah,
YG.
dude, it's all good. YG.
YG,
Hit my line
keep
after
hitting
this.
that like button, dude. YG always be like it.
Hit my line after this.
YG's funny, man.
Dude,
YG.
so I have,
He crazy.
I have a question for you, son. I have a question for you, sons of suckers, and then we'll probably wrap it up with a live performance. But here's my question.
What's your question?
So you know how if you break up with someone, there's a topic of closure. So do you guys think that closure is a real thing?
Nope.
Or do you think that it's something
Nope.
that you use when you miss someone?
Nah, it is. It could be a real thing, dude.
Okay. So when?
When the way you ended was like when you need closure, bro. There's
When is it appropriate?
when you need, like, I feel like you know when you need, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's kind of hard to describe it, but I feel like, yeah, dude, like, closure is important. You do need closure, like, so
Why?
you can end it and move on to the next fucking stage of your life. Like,
What does closure look like?
whack. It looks like,
That's what.
All right.
and I'm out.
So like maybe
You know?
so
Deep
maybe,
breath, deep breath.
So
Okay,
maybe,
I do
breath
feel
control.
like some people use that as an excuse to
Right.
keep, you know, like, oh, no, dude, I'm talking about real closure. Like, you're going somewhere, you're going to have a conversation, and it's done. That's it. That's all you needed.
So maybe closure works in a situation
No.
where you weren't able to speak your mind
Exactly.
freely. You
Wow.
finally,
Say your
you
piece.
finally get things off your chest,
Yeah.
and you're able to walk away, and you guys
Yeah.
are both.
Yeah, and maybe
Okay.
it ends on a good note, you know, and that's
Okay,
a good
so
closure.
Krishan, you feel really strongly about
Whack.
this. Tell me why.
I just think that, look, if you are closure is the excuse that one person that still has feelings will use to still be in contact with that person.
Okay.
But that's not
what
closure then.
Hold on.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate when you're done.
Hold on. But look, I think honestly, if you're truly over someone, you are able to move on without the closure because you are truly over that person. You need to move on. I don't think you need closure. I don't think having closure is conducive to moving on.
Okay. Here's my question, and this is devil's advocate. Don't hate me. How many relationships have you been in?
One real relationship I had before that. Yeah, one real relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, okay, no.
I told you I got it.
No, hold on,
I
hold
told
on.
you, dude.
Hold on, but let's not.
No, I'm
you're trying to play me
just-
like a sucker.
no, I'm just
hold
playing
on.
devil's
You're out
advocate.
here trying to play me out like a sucker. I've had my shit with girls, but I have been in one real relationship. That don't play me out to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that you don't need. Do you literally honestly think that you need closure? Like it's necessary.
So
I don't think so.
Here's what I'll say. I think in most cases it is used as a tool because you miss someone.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's situations where you're like working on yourself and your personal growth.
What's our personal growth, man? Tell me what's up.
You're working on yourself.
Give me an example.
You're working on yourself, right? Let's say you break up with someone, you weren't happy with the way that you broke up with someone, you go to therapy. Okay, and you're working on yourself, and you say, hey, you know what? I wasn't the best person I could have been. I need to express these feelings to that person so that I can close the door.
Exactly.
And grow.
Start the next chapter of my life.
Does that actually get applied? Maybe, maybe not. Does closure, is it used the wrong way?
Yeah, do people take advantage of it?
But I certainly think that closure is a real thing.
Yeah.
Could you move on and,
okay,
like,
but I was
definitely still have feelings? Like, yeah, I think you can. You know,
can.
like.
And if you have good
but
closure,
this
then
is
that's
what-
not going to bother you.
I was talking about it as it pertains to can you move on without closure? That's what I meant. Can you move on and have a healthy relationship
can.
without closure in your past relationship? That's what I was talking
It just
about.
depends, man. It depends on where you are in your own personal life, you know? Like
It depends
where you
on
are in your
bro.
journey.
If you need closure, you need closure.
And some people can't close that door all the way. What if they got a baby or something with them? You know? Can't be closing that door.
What's wrong with this door?
Oh,
What's wrong with this door?
babies.
This door's
The
jammed.
baby door.
This door's
The
jammed.
baby door. Get a new
what's the
key.
fucking twin?
Do not duplicate the key.
Whoa, that's messed up. So yeah, that's
Don't
So
duplicate
metal,
that.
horrible.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
you
because
didn't
Orchid
say-
Supply, they don't duplicate.
They don't do
It
that
says
shit.
do not
Especially if it
duplicate.
says
Yeah,
do
they
not
don't
duplicate.
duplicate. They don't
It's
duplicate.
true.
So-
I tried it.
so yeah.
I tried duplicating.
That was some
Doesn't
motherfucking
work.
Lab Boys
Doesn't work.
podcast, episode 25. We want to thank you guys so much. We're not out of here yet because Sandra J is going to bless us with a really dope, I think, snippet of a song. But remember, we are taking a 2-week break, and then we'll be back for season 2. E-Man, what are these motherfuckers expecting in season 2?
Yo, a lot of antics, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be out and about, we're gonna be in and you know it's gonna be nice, man.
Actually, real quick, before we jump into this, give me your favorite moment from the Lab Boys podcast so far, season 1. I know mine.
Man, there's the Columbia neckties, man.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good
fashion
one.
statement or murder, y'all no one knows, man.
That was a good one. Sean, what about you? What was your favorite moment, man?
I think the podcast that we had, I'm sorry. I think the podcast we had with Elise was a great podcast. I think we talked about some shit that was uncomfortable to a lot of people, and it was a good podcast. So shout out to A Boogie.
Hey, my favorite moment has been when E-Man asked, indeed, how dangerous is it to hit a deer? Like, just, like, how do you, like, when do you, where do you?
I don't know.
Yo, that whole podcast, we were
bad.
waiting for a question from E-Man, and the one question that he had was
Indeed.
He started out right
Indeed.
there. How was it?
Indeed, how dangerous is it to hit a deer?
And then we all
Right.
had to take a moment of silence for deers. I was like, well, we can't laugh about this because a lot of deers have lost their lives.
It got serious.
Take a
Especially
moment
in
of
this
silence.
county.
Yeah. Fuck, I missed those.
So yeah, we had a lot of great times in season 1. We hope to see you in season 2. And Sandra J is gonna play us out.
Here we go.
Hey, it's those motherfucking Lab Boys. Hope to see you at Summer Nights 2. That is Summer Nights Dose. That's August 24th at the Blue Lagoon. E-Man's gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing. Krishan's not gonna be playing, but he'll be
I'm
there.
out in Mexico.
He'll be there in spirit. And you also have something really cool coming up. I can't announce it or talk about
I will let y'all know.
But make sure you check him out.
Tune in,
And
tune
yeah,
in.
is there anything we should know about the song?
I'm working on it. Catch the full version on SoundCloud.
Hey.
2 weeks. We need those fulls.
Hey,
Let
that's
them know
my
what your
bad.
SoundCloud is.
Oh, by the way, this track is by yours truly, Mr. Alwa Gordon.
Hey, this is
Production
produced by
Council.
Shicey Tracks,
Shicey
which is
Tracks.
another one of my,
Shicey Tracks.
I don't know, people. That's alias of everything, Shicey Tracks.
He's all over the place. He's unstoppable.
Shicey Tracks is the name I produce beats under. Make sure you follow Shicey Tracks on Instagram. He actually has his own
Shit's
Instagram
dope.
page. What?
Shit's fire. Shit's fire. Shit's fire. And also, you can find my shit SoundCloud, Sandra J. Check that shit out.
Say that one more time.
At SoundCloud, Sandra J.
Hey.
On my mind, yeah. On my mind, yeah. You're on my mind. On my mind. Yeah, you're on my mind. On my mind. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Yo, you're on my mind like every single Drake song. You're on my mind like lyrics when you feel it in that mic song. You're on my mind like getting getting tattooed. Ooh, I can't help it. You're on my mind like eating seafood, bomb shellfish. Ooh, you fresh like lemonade on summer days when the winter haze dries out. And I wish that I could tell you so you know what I'm about. But I just can't commit, so I hit the bars instead. 50 skies up in my head, 50's hoes with liquid lead. You on my mind like taking bong toast. You're on my mind like running out of jokes and telling jokes. You're on my mind like all the time. I tell you I can't help it. Like poker time, you raised it down that shit that you've been dealt with. It's not that great, but it's too late. I know that I can't fold. I go all in, but I know that these cards I got won't hold. I wish that I can do it, but my heart just can't go through it. You're on my mind instead. I got the marks. You're on my mind. You're always on my mind. On my mind. On my mind. You're on my mind. You're on my mind. You're on my mind. Hey, hey, hey. Lab boys, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. You're on my mind like all the time. Yo, peace and love, guys. SandraJ.
That's our motherfucking Lab Boys. And that's how we close season 1. Again, thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe. If you like this, please share. Please comment. That is how we get our views up. That is how we get people to pay attention to us. We will see you back for season 2. Anything you guys want to say before we close out?
Hey, thank y'all for the ride. Thank y'all for the support.
It's been an awesome season 1.
Make sure you hit that red button, that subscribe button, and then that little bell right next to it for post notifications. If you hit that button, you will get notified every time we release a video. Lab Boys 25 season 1 out.
And real quick, while we take our break, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, or you have some suggestions for other segments we should do, send me an email. It's thelabboyspodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is thelabboyspodcast@gmail.com. And we will see you for season 2.